They're so talented on the outside, it really scares you to play one-on-one coverage. So you play with two safeties, and then two, down in the red zone, they're just so good at math in that quarterback run game. And that's why they're so difficult. You play two high safeties, and this is really a PRO, a concept that is simple, a stick route, where Kyler Murray really wants to throw that ball first off that backer. If he comes down inside towards the ball, he's just going to kick that ball to Larry Fitzgerald for a little stick route. Now, option number two could be a run game, where if that backer flows towards Larry Fitzgerald, you can hand it off. What's that backer do? Kyler gets his eyes on him right now. That backer's got eyes on Larry Fitzgerald. Great, you're committed to Fitz. Now I got 5 blockers for your 5 defensive guys in the box. Draw a handoff. That's such an easy run for this offense. Now let's go to the math equation for this offense. Kyler Murray knows it. They're going to line up with 7 guys to block in their run game. Buffalo adds 8 to the defense, but I could take one of those 8 and give him to the quarterback. Now it's 7 on 7. That defensive end, listen, if Kyler Murray even feels a little bit of a commitment towards the running back and he out-leverages him outside, that ball is going to get kept. No one can run with him in space, and it's an easy touchdown with lead blockers. With Kyler Murray, this offense is just so dangerous, so difficult to plan for, and they're special doing it.
And then when you see the other side, Russell Wilson, in the last 4 games, he's committed 10 turnovers. So how this plays out, because he doesn't play defense, who you got in this one?
I'm taking Arizona, and I think this game comes down to pressure. What quarterback, what offense handles the blitz better? And not only that, what defense, when they actually blitz, executes it the best? I'll take Arizona right now because they're hot.
Seahawks fans, we do have some good news. Russ, by the way, he plays really well on Thursday nights. He's 8-1 in his career, trying to get to 9-1 in a critical division game. Dan, thank you.
More to come on Klay Thompson being out for the season after tearing his Achilles. Tim Legler weighs in on the Warriors' keys to trying to fill Klay's void for a second straight season. Plus, we're counting down to college football's top 10 showdown, how Indiana can put Justin Fields and Ohio State on upset alert on Saturday.
Unanimous MVP. The numbers are right there. What that tells you is if the Cardinals make the type of run that they want to, they continue to stay in the playoff race, Kyler Murray should be right in the thick of the MVP conversation at this point in time. There's no reason not to. The numbers compare to Lamar Jackson from last year. He's been a star, and again, he'll try to continue that tonight against the Seattle Seahawks.
Yeah, Adam, Kyler on pace to become the first player in NFL history with 4,000 passing yards and 1,000 rushing yards in a season. Just remarkable, these numbers. And the Cardinals' rushing attack has been on point in 2022, especially their ability to employ the zone read and manipulate defenses effectively with Kyler Murray. Arizona leads the NFL with 6 rushing touchdowns on zone read, all of which were scored by Murray in the red zone. The Cardinals have rushed for 400 yards with 12 explosive plays using zone read, figures that trail only the Ravens. Dan's at the touchscreen. Let's go, Dan. How difficult is it to defend Kyler right now?
Yeah, life is good. It's so difficult because it's always about numbers. It's always about math, and they do math better than anybody, especially in the red zone in the NFL right now. Think about it like this. If you come out as an offense and you want to put 5 offensive linemen and 2 tight ends in the game, right? You've got 7 guys that are going to be part of your run game. Now, as a defense, which is what the Bills do, they really have 8 guys in their box, right? 4 defensive linemen, 4 second-level defenders. They're in an okay place. Now, when you use the quarterback as a run game aspect, what you do is you take that 8 on defense and really make it 7, because I can give one of those guys to the quarterback and get him in that zone read. That's exactly what Arizona does. They're going to put that defensive end in a bind. That defensive end, if he goes and stays outside and waits for Kyler to carry the ball, man, that tailback's going to just carry that ball up inside, and you got a huge seam. Now, if he bites down, this is where it gets dangerous, and this is why Arizona's so good. Even if he just commits a little bit, this is a mismatch. This mismatch is so big. Kyler Murray against defensive ends, he's faster, he's quicker, he's more sudden. That defensive end commits a little bit. You have 2 lead blockers on the out edge. That's an easy touchdown. Now listen, I want to bring Marcus in because this is something that defenses need to adjust to. You can't do what Buffalo did on that play. So I want to bring the big fella in to talk about something that Seattle can do tonight to try and slow down this quarterback run game. First of all, Marcus, you see that defensive end, right? Talk to me about what that defensive end needs to do at his role.
Yeah, Dio, he has to attack Kyler's upfield shoulder and just try to destroy that mesh point to speed up the operation, or you may get lucky and tackle the ball carrier. But in doing so, you also got to have somebody refill the area that he's voiding.
So you're talking about once he commits, that safety needs to drop down and do what?
That safety needs to fill that lane that DN just left, and he needs to attack Kyler in the upfield shoulder and make sure he tries to turn everything back inside. But you'll show the conundrum, I'm sure.
So to start, that defensive end needs to blow up the quarterback mesh, and then that safety needs to come down to anticipate either that ball getting handed off to the back or Kyler carrying it. Okay, so that's the first step. But you said something to me before about the numbers in the box. Talk to me about that.
Yeah, you look at this formation, right, and you see that the Arizona Cardinals, in my view, has everything set the strength to the left of their formation.
Okay.
You have to bump those linebackers over to regain leverage, to get enough people in the box so you're not one man short when they win and if they decide to run this RPO.
So you're saying because like this backside safety right here on the play that we showed originally when it was the touchdown, he didn't even do anything. Like he was back here kind of wasting. You're saying kick everybody towards the strength of that formation and really truly commit your 8 numbers in the box. Is that what you're saying?
Absolutely. Use him. Use him not only to change the blocking leverage for the offensive line, but also cut back. If he has the responsibility of getting cut back as well.
Now, I would say this. The only thing that happens when you commit these numbers in the box like that is you're exposed in coverage, right? You got one-on-one down here with this corner. That's why you need to play what I love to call an invert coverage. That corner, he really needs to go kind of play like half field. He's got to play half field. And then that safety, that Marcus, that safety that you talked about, he needs to what? He needs to respect the run, but also then drop out under the coverage and play kind of that cover 2 corner that we know, right?
Absolutely. Take that quick throw away and also be ready for anything that's coming out backside pass as well, Dio.
I love it. Listen, this is easy for me to get on the iPad and to drop and whatnot. I'll tell you this story. So I sent that play to a buddy of mine named John Hooley, really good defensive mind as a coach. And I sent him a text message that said, what would you do in this play? And he sent me back Kyler with a question mark. And I said, yeah. And he said, call timeout. So that sounds good, but it's really difficult.
Yeah. Hey, listen, Key's trying to call timeout on this whole thing because, Key, when it comes to running quarterbacks, what did you feel about them when you played with them?
I did not like them.
Yeah.
I don't like running quarterbacks. I play receiver. I need a pencil neck like Dan that can't run away from his own shadow. That's what I need. I don't need Kyler Murray, Lamar Jackson. They're good at what they do. There's no question about it. But I want somebody who's going to deliver me the football. Now, when they pull it down and they run, you still got to stay alive as a wide receiver because it's extremely important to keep working for that quarterback because you don't know if he's going to pull up and throw. That's the bind that you're in at the receiver position. I used to hate it, though, Laura. I'm running a route and the dude pull it down and run. I'm like, you didn't even give me a chance to break out of my route.
You'd be like, did you see my great route I just ran? And then you didn't even do anything. Hey, he did throw a nice ball to DeAndre Hopkins the other day.
Here I thought Key was a team guy. You know, like I thought Key was a team guy.
No, I'm a block for you. No, I'm a block for you and everything.
Hey.
But I know damn well you better stop running and deliver the football, man. That's why they paying me.
It depends on the day for whether Key's a team guy or not. Time for one more thing before we go, and that's our game picks. We're totally split on this. Dan, you first. Who are you taking tonight?
I'm going with the Cardinals, mainly because I don't believe in that Seattle defense. That Seattle defense has undisciplined eyes on their back end. They don't communicate well. There's too many opportunities for the ball to go over their head or create chunk passes, and they're not great at stopping the run. I believe in this Cardinals offense a lot more than I believe in this Seattle defense. I'll take Arizona.
Yeah, call me old-fashioned, but I'm going to take Russ to come back strong and get this big fella involved early and often in this game. If you remember DK Metcalf, all of the games that he's left his imprint on, the Seattle Seahawks have walked away with a win. Get him involved early and often, and Russ, even if somebody is close to him, throw the damn ball up in the air.
This is easy for me. I'm taking Seattle. They're at home, despite not really having the 12th man in the